For example, we know that if a parent has an absolute direct right to be looked after and spent on and to be cared for, so much so that the Prophet ﷺ indicated that the wealth of the son is the wealth of the father. Everything that son has made, everything that and the son specifically, not the daughter, because the daughter herself is someone who's going to get married and going to be part of another family. Right? If she doesn't get married or decides not to get married and look after her father because of the absence of sons, then that's something else. We'll come to that in a section. But a son who has been brought up by the parents, owes everything to the parents, and frankly, even doesn't owe anything to the parents. Let's say those rubbish parents, because we're going to come to this idea that, how good does a parent need to be? The answer is not, they don't need to be very good, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command is not contingent upon good behavior. But let's not go into that just yet. The parents have absolutely every right, meaning that if their son abandoned them, not only have they done something shocking that at the cultural level, Allah will punish them severely in the akhirah, and in an Islamic environment, they would be held accountable by the court. That person would have to fight in court and prove, normally what would they say? It'd be impossible for this son to say, no, I'm not going to look after them. I mean, he'd lose. He's probably going to put forward and say, I look after them more than enough, but they say that I don't look after them. And then there would be a means testing, there would be a checking of the wealth, there would be a checking of what their expenses are. That's to what level it would go, if it was the shariah is being established properly. So that is without doubt. So what right are you referring to when they're talking beforehand? What is it that the pre and post? What's in your mind?
I was thinking more of like, say, 16-year-old boy,
okay,
raised in the West, doesn't have
a job,
but parents
doesn't have education yet, but parents are about to put him through education. Are they going to pay for it now as well?
Or they don't have financial means.
Okay.
But also, parents are struggling.
Okay.
So, what's the status of this boy, for example?
This boy is in no different status than if he has £1 million or £0. Whether he's a student or not, he is in absolute dependency upon his parents in order, from a debt point of view, from a gratitude point of view. And he has to pay that debt of gratitude and honor and respect in whatever way that person can, according to their ability. It's similar to the question that was asked, obviously it's coming later, about ability with respect to the self, from a mental point of view. Let's say someone's disabled. If you're disabled, you don't lose the right. The right is not lifted off you to your parents. In actual fact, it's increased, especially if they're looking after you, right?
Yeah.
But you can't pay it back because you physically don't have the ability to pay it back. Maybe you don't have mental control, you don't have physical control. The same for a person who's got money. Money is just an expression of thanks. It's not thanks, is it? The kid has still have to have the desire and the willingness to pay back and to serve, but they don't have the ability to serve. The problem that we have is when kids don't believe that they have the debt upon them, right? That's that's our challenge, to bring up our children recognizing that not only are they receiving a great favor, that they owe a huge debt. And we shouldn't be embarrassed or shamed to emphasize that. It's not seen as part of a liberal democracy to be putting that kind of pressure upon children. We couldn't care less about liberal democracy. From an Islamic point of view, they need to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding me to be good to you, and for the reason that you are going to be good to me now and then later when I'm going to need it. And the truth is that obviously when I'm young and they're quite young, I don't need much from them. The love and the dependency transfer is pretty much one way. I don't need so much, right? And later on, I'm going to need my share, my caring that's going to need to be taken care of by someone. So I don't think there's an actual difference in state. It's the difference in the ability to express it. Wallahu alam.